listen down to me. Stop your bellies at the feast. Stumble home and fall asleep, dreaming in a mountain deep. Born underground, grown inside a rocky room. The earth is a cradle, the mountain shall become our tomb. Face us on the battlefield, you will meet your doom. We do not fear what lies beneath, we can never dig too deep. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole, diggy, diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole, digging a hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole, diggy.
Right, let's get on with it here, lads. Let's flip the coin. Let's check the coin, and above all, let's keep the coin. Right, here we are. NATTS Season 10. This is Game 3 coming at you from the Hooligan division here. And it's a classic matchup of Amazons versus Dwarves. And right, haven't we seen something like this already before this week? Well, trust me, the results are going to be different this time. At least that's what the Dwarven coach assures me here. So, you know, he's never lied to me before, so he's got to be telling the truth, right? Right? Anyway, here we are. Like we said, Hooligan Division, Game 2. Let's see what craziness we have on here. The Marvel Heroines are taking on, yeah, you've got it, yeah, the Agents of Dwarf. Dwarfs once again do have one reserve, and as you see, the Amazons have come in. They've only got the 2 reserves this time. Well, let's face it, they just got through a bloody ogre team, so that was quite a bit of punishment now, wasn't it, getting here? So let's turn this around. The Amazons are starting with the ball here. It's a bit promising. They've got the 3 rerolls here. They even got the fame because, well, reasons. But there you go. Best result you ever could get if you're the Dwarves. They're going to go get it. It's time to go take them on, eh? Go get them.
It's them! Blast them!
And they're going to go charging straight in. How much do the Dwarves really want to press this one? Well, it's a blitz. It's way back here. But, you know, it's free hits. How do you ignore that? And yeah, you can see it here. He's definitely not ignoring that. He's going in. Everything he's got loaded in. He's even packing a bit of an extra screen. Solid hit. He's got the tackle. Down she goes. And now he decides to go back. You realise with AG4 you could actually dodge through there, right? Oh, wait, I'm talking about dwarves, aren't I? Never mind. So, let's see what this Amazon crew can actually do. That blitz could have been a disaster. Instead, well, it's just a bunch of marking up. Look, double skulls. What a great way to start your game. Oh dear. Well, he's stunned. That was quick. Alright, where's these lovely ladies going for? Well, it's burned a reroll, but you know what? They'll take a stun. Why these games usually go. Look! They call that dwarf the tripod for a particular reason. And you can tell because, well, quite frankly, using that hammer of his, he can pretty much anchor himself into the ground very, very well indeed. So there's a frenzy of blocking, and it's just a frenzy of push me, push you. Absolute futility here. But one thing does come out of that. The Amazons do find a way to actually get the decking ball. And now, you know, 2 dice uphill. They actually do get away with it. They do get the push. Once more, it's push me, push you. Well, that was rather an effective team, wasn't it? Alright, Dwarves. Getting back into this one here. Let's see if they can actually do something about this one. They're definitely wanting to put some pressure in. And by pressure, they mean snapping a neck or 3. There's the frenzy. They do get the block. Down she goes. He's got the blitzer covered. Meanwhile, front line. There's an awful lot of this going on here. Push me, push you. I'm going to be asking him out for a date. Must be professional respect between the 2 franchises here. Block on block, well, that doesn't achieve anything. I was promised excitement, yet here, well, we can see what's going on here. Push me, push you, push me, push you, push me, push you. Awful lot of pushing. Pushing, shoving, bit of fondling, the old grope. Not too sure about who or who. It's almost like, you know, you'd swear these two are just mailing it in. Well, there's it, finally. Well, I guess they observed what the fans themselves were observing here. It seems like neither team's taking it seriously. You know, they're actually supposed to be hitting each other. Maybe it's the Stan Lee effect, who knows? Right. On the side here. Bit more pushing, and the Amazons have decided, you know what, let's actually design a cage. Dwarves, of course, 3 rerolls. They've got the Apothecary, but nothing else. Now, they've certainly got their fists, and they're more than glad to load those guns and, you know, give them what for. Oh, look, it's a push. How surprising. And finally, it rolls into a skull, followed by a, well, block on block. You want to try that one more time? That makes the dodge. And, well, the dwarves, well, that's 2 turns. The Amazons really haven't gotten far, but remember, you got a blitz, but you didn't really actually put any pressure on the ball carrier. Dwarves just getting right back into the match again. Now remember, this is the dwarf team that has completely inexperienced runners. So what's fine and bloody dandy. Come on! Yeah, sigh. This is just not working, is it?
What's that? Get your finger out of that bunghole.
Well, there you go. You finally hit something. It's something, all right. And then we're right back to push me, push you. You do realise by the count here, lad, you've now got 4 Amazons being guarded by 5 dwarves. It's not exactly the way it's supposed to be going there, lad. Here we go. It's the frenzy. Does he get anywhere? Well, at least he knocked it down. I'll give him that. But straight back up she goes. And the Amazons finally fail something. She's going to try that again. Yep, she did. She made it. But that cost a precious reroll. And you can see there, no rerolls left for the Amazons. Another good solid hit on the front line. Well, the Amazons are going to be playing Iron Man style, or is that Iron Woman style? Well, either one works in this case here. Now there, finally. Solid hit, and now they're taking the runner out. Oh dear. Well, he's down on the ground, and the Amazons decide not to advance the ball. And coming around from the left side over there, as you can see. Anyone else? Nope, completely fails that one. This is really becoming quite the off game, isn't it? So here we are, turn 3. The Amazons have burned out all the rerolls and really haven't achieved much for it, have they? But then again, from the Dwarfs' viewpoint here, well, they've contained them, but they're not achieving much either. But you know what? As long as the Amazons don't score, that's still a bit of a win now, isn't it? And finally, they've decided to stop peeling players off from the wing and actually stop concentrating where the ball carrier is. This is called fundamentals. Where's this lad going? Oh, there you go. Could you land a solid punch finally? Let's see where this one goes. I don't know what these ladies are wearing these days, but it's pretty impressive and quite padded apparently. And tries for the surf, fails. But in the end, from the dwarf viewpoint here, the Amazons still haven't gotten anywhere. And now we're back to this game again. Push me, push you. And they're moving forward, but again, it's hard to say if they're actually achieving anything. And it's more. Again, strong suspicion here. I had a funny feeling there's been some crass bribes and franchises between these two. Because, you know, sweet bugger all seems to be happening here. And they finally knock down the stair. The tripod himself is finally down. I guess he took a swing at his third leg. I'd want to cup and protect that, wouldn't you? Speaking of protecting, well, pushes the dwarf back once again. And again, no major things going on here. But the Amazons, watch for it, have sprung one player free just in case. There goes the frenzy one more time. And they still can't get her. But at least they move it into somewhere for a bit more of an opportunistic attack. Dwarves once again risking the runner. And I still can't get this one here. Let's try that again. Nothing. 4 swings, absolutely nothing. 2/3 or 4/5 or fuck all. Well, another wave. Here comes the Troll Slayer. Well, that's 5. And that makes 6. And then you try and dodge away. Why? Just why?
Where do you want us?
Sigh. Alright, Amazons. Can you change the theme up here? And scary enough, because of all this mad concentration to get one player, you've left the flank open. And the Amazons have noticed that. Here they go, lads. Well, the comment tells you this is what can happen. It seems to be this is definitely Dwarf Rage Week. They're so fixated on getting this one player down that they've kind of forgot to actually cover for the ball. There goes the tripod one more time. And now the Amazons have decided they're going to start marking everything up. And this is severely reducing any chance the Amazons have of losing the ball on this carry. Amazingly enough. And they even get a couple of solid strikes in. Well, that's it now. Suddenly the agents of Dwarf have found themselves in a massive problem. Finally, tackle pays off.
Where's me drink?
Finally, if you could call it that, success, they finally got a KO. What a massive amount of effort. But now here's the thing. You still got to get the ball carrier. And there's a massive failure. Once again, push me. He does make the dodge. Oh, this is actually a rather clever idea. Unfortunately, he has to re-roll that because it's a 1 in 9. And rolls himself right back into a 1 in 9. Well, the Amazons, well, it looks like they're going to get away with this. Makes the easy dodge because of no tackle and decides he's going to have to take care of this wee problem. And again, block on block. Well, instead of dodging away to cover it, he decides, you know what, he's going to put another solid hit in. That's a bit of a chance, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Gets away with that dodge. And now the Dwarfs, well, quite frankly, what are they going to do about this one? Now, of course, their solution, everything is punching, hitting, and lots of killing. Which they're certainly trying to deliver on, but it's just not working. Yeah, finally, solid hit. The Lass is down, but the Black Widow, of course, well, she's going to be the death of it at this rate. Troll Slayer. Frenzies away, down the line. And continues to just have no effective hits on that blow. And now here it is. It's the Blitz to try and get out of the situation. He got him. And in he goes. That is top speed pursuit for the Dwarf. Meanwhile, on the flank here.
Hello!
Well, that's his way of saying aye. It definitely pays off. And then we're back to push me, push you again. Here's a curious question. What's this runner planning on doing?
Gotta go. Me too!
He does make the dodge. Come on, camera, get back.
Eat hot death!
And that's a KO. I hate to say it, he'll actually take it. It's lousy, it's low, but you know what? He got rid of a player. And there's the heroic blitz away. Uh-oh, surf's up time. Oh, well, he's lucky on that one. Fans definitely decided they didn't want to do anything. They just sent him right back to the reserve box. And meanwhile, much as I hate to admit it here, the punishment just continues on the Dwarves here. Yeah, I think he haven't even suffered anything majorly critical here, but... tripod, back at work one more time. But now the Dwarves, well, there you go, turn 7, and unfortunately it's now cost you an extra turn ticked away. And you still haven't stopped the ball carrier, in fact. You got nothing in position. Well, there's reward for his effort.
This battle is over.
The Amazons, easy score. That's an easy score, unfortunately. And yeah, you've seen that right. It is now, unfortunately, 1-0 for the Amazons on the opening drive. And the Dwarves, unfortunately, of course, precious turns trying to get that one back. So the Dwarves only have the one turn, but from their view here, it should be a punishing turn. Because, let's see here. Come on, it's dodge versus tackle. In theory here, let's take a good look in here. He has enough guard on the front lines. Once he uses it correctly here, he should do a very punishment good round here. He has removed the Amazons' 2 reserves, and the good players too. Don't get me wrong, like look at this one here. And fantastic line women. Oh, look at those fine women. I think I got a pervert in my throat. Right, there's the kick. Gentle gust of wind. Must be flatulence tonight here at the stadium. And there go the Dwarves. See? There you go. Well, perhaps the next one then. See? There you go. Finally you got something.
They're dead.
Well, not quite dead, but he'll take it. Well, he'll take the injury. He did it. He actually did it.
You had a target.
Right on target. Well done. Congratulations. So here we are, half-time. And of course, this half-time brought to you by Dickens Apple Cider. Because after a very exhausting day, there's nothing I like more than a hot Dickens cider. Right, here we are, second half. Time for the Dwarves to pay one back this time. Amazons now, however, have recovered both KOs, so that does give them a certain amount of, well, let's face it, flexibility. That's certainly a word you want to use with Amazons, isn't it? What if any of them is single? There you go, this is a total disaster once again. This time, it's a blitz, but guess who this is? It's the Amazons. That's done. Thank you. About bloody time that trumpeter got it right. Alright, here we go. Now, where did the ball end up? Well, it's back there. Do the Amazons want to return the favour? And the answer is, well, yes. Because if they can keep the ball scrambled, yeah, well, let's face it, Dwarves are not well renowned for the ball handling skills, let alone a passing game. Now, don't get us wrong here, you do have the one AG4 Dwarf way near the front line. And the Amazons seem to be pretty aware of that. And also this blitz here, I think they're going to try and put as much pressure as they can to at least stymie the Dwarves from forming up a cage. And then they can actually start moving in. So it's a long-term plan. There's the ball end up. There we are. Well, this is going to make for an interesting front play. Dwarves immediately are having to go after the ball. Let's pan up here so we can get a better look at this thing. And you see it, yeah, once again, push me, push you. There's an awful lot of that going on in this game. Finally, solid hit by the tripod. Does get her down, but that's about all he gets. Oh dear.
Really, Tassiter has failed us! You must not!
Well, if that's the gods of beatings, I tend to agree with that one.
Okay.
He'll take a KO. If I was the dwarf coach at this point, I'd absolutely take it. It's become another one of those games. Push me, push you. Troll Slayer, solid punch in the front line. It's a pretty brutal exchange there on the front line. Amazons have definitely risked everything on this attack.
Burning, looting, bombing, shooting.
And you can see here, wide open runner, but quite frankly, I think he feels very confident he's not going to have to worry about anything here. And maybe that's his big mistake. Here come the Amazons. And he's got the peel away, and yeah, you see it. Now he's coming right down the center, and he's pressing hard, and he makes it. Here comes the next lady. Now, note, didn't have to make that, but he's deciding he doesn't even want to make the roll. That's fair enough. And the Amazons continue the frontline skirmish just to keep most of the dwarf team, well, rather preoccupied. Look, I have other ways to keep you preoccupied, darling. Uh-oh. He's dead. He's absolutely dead. And you can see there, failed apothecary. He's truly dead. Second failed apothecary we've seen in the broadcast this week. And for the Amazons, that's a huge swing because, well, the dwarfs, everyone's usually tied up. He's on his own. Well, here we come, the massive run back, and again he runs into the whole problem of doesn't have tackle on the Troll Slayer. So it's more just plain push me, push you. Notice all these players here, not a single one's got tackle. So from the Amazons' viewpoint, it's an easy push away. The players that do have tackle, unfortunately, all are way up here. Finally, and you can see why he's done that. He's become well aware of that problem, gets the tackle. Look, another push, no surprise. And the Troll Slayer finally gets something useful, but doesn't break the armor. Meanwhile, on the flank, there we go.
And that's how baby dwarfs are made.
Ah!
I don't want to know about your rituals. Anyway, it's a KO. The dwarves will take it. But boy, is that an expensive way. Well, block on block. Well, the dwarves, from their viewpoint here, if these three can keep these four tied up, they'll gladly take it. Oh, unfortunately, that might not be the way it's going to work. There we go. Succeeds on the dodge away. It's only a push me, push you. Rerolls it. Beautifully fails it. Right into a stun. Classic Blood Bowl. Well, that's the opportunity the dwarves were looking for here. They've even got a beginnings of a possible screen. And immediately, well, instead of adding to the screen here, they decide they're just going to add to the hits. Is this a safe move? That's a good question. Well, we'll see. Solid punch. There's the blitz away. But instead of coming to cover the ball carrier, he's coming here to add in an extra punch. Well, it is dwarves. Gets the solid hit. Nothing happens there. There's another quick push me, push you. Frees a dwarf, but instead of coming to help, he's concentrating his fire on the Amazons. This is what we call can you get touchdowns before they're scored. Well, Amazons, look at the situation here. Makes the first dodge away, mocks the runner up. Here comes the second one. He got her. He got him. And that is horrible. For at least the Dwarf's viewpoint, anyway. Yeah, broke his glass jaw, alright. Well now, that being a KO, you've got a serious problem, don't you? What is this with glass jaw dwarves today? And there goes yet another one down. At least it's only a stun. He counts his blessing on that. But this is a total disaster here. Finally. And yep, it's a good move.
Aye, sir.
Well, that's it. Dwarves are going to focus everything they've got. They got to recover this ball. Problem is, well, the runner's back here. Out Troll Slayer gets to work. He's got this one cleared away. Right back into the hands of another one. Are you sure that's such a good idea? Well, admittedly, you need the runner back to actually protect the ball. Over there, solid hit. Wonderful.
Let's get to fighting.
It's a stun. Well, now what you're thinking here? Well, he makes the go for it. He does mark the ball up. But here, look at that clock. That clock is certainly ticking. And here we go. Amazons. Double skull. Yeah, I hate to say, that was the best possible result. Oh no, this is a bloody disaster. It's an absolute disaster. Uh-oh. Well, that's even worse.
Ow!
And, well, that's going to cost him. That's going to cost him very dearly. That runner's out. Suddenly, where's your ball handling skills? Well, it's the blitzers. But at this point, blitzers only move 5. And the Amazons, you can tell, are very well aware of that. Fortunately, a quick snapshot takes care of that one.
Clearly, Tassadar has failed us. You must not. It's you and me, pal.
We've got the synergy.
The Dwarves sound confident. I can hear them doing their psyching up chants from up here in the casting booth. So, concentrating fire. They're trying to get rid of a few more of these Amazons because they got to get this ball. And this is the player who's got to do it. AG4, but he's got a long walk.
What do you need?
Well, a good stun, and they're happy to provide. And here we go, it's a blitz away, Troll Slayer coming in. Good solid punch.
Show us a target.
Gets the stun, but it's a horrible bounce. He's got the ball. And there he goes.
I can't shoot straight unless I've had a pint.
Well, he's off. But the Amazons, 4 turns. Can they stop this player? 1 dice. It's heroism. Oh, good lord, she got him. And I think now, unfortunately, this might be it. Because, frankly, can the Dwarves actually recover this one? Makes the dodge away. And much as I hate to admit it, the Stunned are doing a pretty good job clogging up the Dwarf offense. Solid punch. Ball's landed though in a semi-decent spot, but it's still a dodge. Tackle finally sells itself. Dwarves, not a single chance being taken here. He's got to get this ball and prevent anyone, but now he's looking at the turns. It's only 3 more. It's a push away. Well, he hates to admit it, you'll take that. There's another swing. It's a block. That gets nowhere fast. It is up for 3. He tries again. He's got the ball.
I'll take care of it.
Amazons. Well, have you done enough? I don't think so at this point here. But you know what? They're certainly going to try. Oh dear, there we go again. That's another one. Where has this Amazon team been? Good lord. And you can see what's going on right here. This is becoming absolutely devastating. And lucky for him, he fails the dodge. Dwarves desperately trying to do something about this one here. He gets the block down Amazon. He now desperately has to cover every other Amazon to prevent this one. Oh no, there it goes. He's going to have to re-roll that one. He makes the re-roll. There's a block on block. Well, the Dwarves don't mind about that. Carefully, here comes the screening player. Still more push on push down near the field. Dwarves have done everything. This is it. Can the Amazons stop the score? They've done it now so many times. Player down, the Amazons, they're bringing players back in as fast as they can. There's another solid push me, push you at this point here. It's just putting off the inevitable desperation play. He's got the block. There goes the tripod. And he's feeling that one in the morning. And this is it. Does she get him? Oh dear, got him. And that was it for the Dwarves. Good lord, last minute the Dwarves pretty much say that is it. They are done, can't score. There's the upset from the Hooligan division. Marvel Heroines, the Amazons, take down the Angels of Dwarf 1-0. That puts the Amazons on top of the Hooligan division. Who would have called that? Oh, that's right, me. Anyway, good luck all next week, and may Nuffle bless your dice.